Hey Aussie gamers, Lucas here, and today I've got an unboxing of this little beauty here, and it's a set of ASTRO A10 gaming headphones. Now, this has just arrived and we're about to do an unboxing to see what we get inside, and then a little later on we'll put together a review after I've used it for a little bit. So let's get it opened up and have a look at what's inside. So this is not quite available at the time of this unboxing in stores, however will be available on the 13th of July 2017. Let's see if we get this opened the right way. Okay, there we go. Let's have a quick look at the box there. I've got the green coloured A10s here, which is Xbox One branded, but is available to be used, or is compatible to be used on PlayStation 4 and PC, and also mobile devices. So no matter what colour you can get red, green and blue. It will be branded, red being for PC, blue being for PlayStation and green for the Xbox, but they all are compatible with everything, including mobile devices, phones, gamepads, consoles, everything. So let's have a look at what we've got in here. First thing on top, we've got manual, which is like glued in. Oh, there we go. Tore off a bit of the box. We've got an ASTRO, do not return your gear to the store. Read this first in case it doesn't work properly. Read the instructions. Whatever. Alright, taking off the top of the box, we've got some cabling here. Now, this is a wired set of headphones, not necessarily, well, it isn't wireless like some of the other Astros, like the A50s out there. It's probably something that isn't one of my favorite things about the A10s, considering you have to be tethered to your controller or whatever you're using, but not a massive issue because the controllers are wireless themselves. So you're not stuck to your console or anything like that, but you are stuck. If you're going to get up in the middle of a game or while you're waiting for matchmaking to make a coffee or something like that, you're just going to have to take your controller with you, stick it in your pocket, wear a hoodie or something with a big pocket, chuck your controller in it, and you're happy days there. So let's have a look at the wire here for it. Okay, we've got decent length, about my wingspan, and we've got on one end, we've got this part will likely be the end that goes into the headphones itself, because very close to that we've got a bit of a control little dongle thing connected to it as well, which just has the volume switch on it. It has kind of like a rubberized feeling to it. It feels really nice. I think that's all it has on it. No like answer buttons for mobiles, but definitely a volume switch on it. And on the other end, just another 3.5mm headphone jack there. So that's the cable that comes with it. Let's put that aside. Let's see, is there anything else in the box? That's it that is in the box. So we'll put the box to the side, give me a bit more room. And the headphones here come in this bag. Let's get this bag open. Okay, there's the end. Slide that out. Have a look at it. Alright, now, first feelings. Okay, it's a little bit squashed in the box, but this is memory foam on the ear cups and on the headband there, so they'll go back to their original positions there and should be very comfortable, so they say, and very durable, they claim from Astros. Now, Astros are known to me as a high-end product. Now, the biggest well-known one that a lot of my friends, or some of my friends with these headphones, will talk about the ASTRO A50s, which are a good $450 retail, very expensive, not necessarily very obtainable by a lot of people out there that are spending plenty of money on the games. Don't necessarily want to spend $450 on some headphones. So these things here retail at $99.95 Australian, so they're very, very reasonably priced, but they're made by ASTRO, so you know they're going to be good. Well, we hope they're going to be good. I haven't tried them as yet, but I've got high hopes because the name does precede the product. I do think that these will be a decent headset. So having a look at it on the left ear cup here, we've got a boom mic. And boom mics are something in the past that I've been against. I don't like boom mics because when you have them on, they're in front of your face, and if you're like me and you like to drink a coffee while you're gaming or whatever, it gets in the way. It's something that did annoy me. However, I did buy a pair of headphones in the past that had inbuilt microphones without the boom. They sound like rubbish. If you want decent voice clarity for your friends and your live streamers, if you're doing that, if you want them to be able to hear you, boom mic, you can't go wrong. This is an omnidirectional mic as well, which, as far as I'm aware, means that it's going to get your voice from wherever you have it. So it's going to be a good quality microphone. And it also will fold away, out of the way for when you're not using it, but that's also how you mute the headphones. I like that feature because when you get a new pair of headphones, sometimes it can be a bit dicky on where the button is, pressing the button to mute yourself. You might want to cough, you might want to fart, you might want to yell at the kids, you might want to do something like, where's the button, shit? But you quickly, all you need to do is that, and she's muted, she's good. You can go around, do whatever you needed to do, and then bring it back down to your normal talking position, and that's going to bring your mic back into the game. So that's a neat thing. Now, putting it on my head, immediately, that's really comfortable. My ears fit inside the ear cups, which is good. As you can see, they're a reasonable size, and it's kind of like a, you call that, like a, I'm not sure what that material would be. It's not a leather headpiece. It seems like something that would be a little bit more comfortable for long sessions without getting too sweaty. It's like a, I really can't think of the word. I'm getting too old. My memory doesn't really work, but it's like a furry kind of plush sort of material, which makes it nice and comfortable. And you've got the same thing up the top of the headband there, which immediately I really need to adjust it, but it does have adjustment. So you can, let's take this off for a sec, extend it out. How do you do that? Okay, you do it from the ear cup. So there we go. We've got the adjustment there. If you've got a different size, you can move them around. Okay, that's really good. That feels quite good. It's not too stiff, but it's not too loose as well. And I don't like the ones that click. That's a good set. That's good. Cool. So there you go. Adjustable, good weight. Yeah, they're not light. They're not super light, but they're not super heavy. They actually feel like good quality. Now, Astro as well, I've done a little bit of research on this, reading up on it before I've done this video, and they're apparently really durable. They say that these things are designed to withstand all of the wins, all of the losses, and everything in between. So they're going to be durable, which seems really cool. So they won't necessarily break if you crack it at a loss and throw them. So hopefully that is the case, because I am prone to a little bit of rage in games like Rocket League when I'm not doing so well. But it feels comfortable. It feels good. They claim that these have got the world-class Astro bits and pieces within them. I've also been told by a good friend of mine that if you do happen to have or go and purchase one of the Astro amps that you can get for it, you can actually plug these in using this connector, and then you'll have a bit more playability with the adjustments in sound. But it's been engineered by the Astro guys to sound fantastic, and I'm very, very ready and keen to give that claim try to see how they sound. They sound comfortable. The boom mic's actually really long, which well, I guess that's going to be good for the sound. But it's big. Oh, okay, and you can bend it around too. So if you want it further out, you can do so, breathing it into your mouth. So it should be good. Well, that's the unboxing there. I think the only thing that is necessary now for me to do is to go and use them, to go and plug them into, say, an Xbox One controller or a PlayStation 4 controller, to simply give it a go. So stick around, there'll be more. I will bring you a review video of the ASTRO A10s and let you know what I think of them. So far so good. They look like and feel like really good quality headphones, but they're cheap. I mean, they're a reasonable price for the average gamer, which is really good. That's something that's really important. So until I get through playing with these a little bit and come back with my opinion, thoughts on it, and critique it, you guys can hang out. Go and play some video games, and I'll see you then. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Lucas. See ya! Hey Aussie gamers, Lucas here with a review of the ASTRO A10s. Now that I've given them a bit of a go, played with them on a PlayStation 4, Xbox One, iOS devices, so my iPhone 6 and iPad, and it all works without any dramas, which is good for a set of headphones that does claim that it can be used across all platforms. As long as there's a headphone jack, a 3.5mm headphone jack, these things are compatible. Now, something that I must mention though, if you have a PC that has a split headphone and microphone connector, you will need a splitter to use that. Unless your PC, generally laptops have this where it's got a microphone and headphone in one, these will work straight out of the box. But keep that in mind. If you've got the split, some PCs got the pink and the green, you'll need to get a splitter to have these work, otherwise you'll be having dramas there. But keep that in mind. That's probably the only thing that is a little negative, but probably because of the price, these things are only $99.95. They didn't include one of those in the box. Now, let's talk about audio quality. Now, I've played a few games on the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, and I've been really impressed with it. There is only one setting that doesn't have any other functions to change the equalizer or anything like that. It's just one setting. But these things have been designed by the ASTRO engineers, or sound engineers, which have put in the sound with these drivers that should work excellent with any game that you're playing. Now, I've played a couple of different games, and I must say explosions are nice and deep and bassy. Gunfire is clear. Everything that goes on in your typical action video games, it's going to come through nice and clear. The volume levels are really nice. You can pump them up all the way. Using the volume dial on the end of the cable is going to give you good control of that as well. Now, as I've said before in the unboxing video, I'm a little bit disappointed that it doesn't have a isolation volume for the chat versus in-game sound, but that's something you can do inside the game itself and leave it the way it is. If you're using these predominantly, you'll do it once with a game and you won't have to change it again, so it's nice and easy enough to do. So it is a little bit of a negative, but it's not something that would make me think I don't want to get these. You're probably going to be spending $200 to $400 if you want that kind of feature in a pair of headphones. Now, I don't have all of the different types of VR systems that are on the market, but I do have at my disposal a PlayStation VR, and these things are advertised that they work really well and are comfortable to use with all VR headsets. Now, I can confirm, yeah, with the PlayStation VR, they do go over the top, they do plug into the VR without any issue. Sounds great with the 3D sound that the PlayStation VR can generate and pump through these. Sounds brilliant and is very comfortable. So if you are a VR user, these are something that can definitely be on your wish list. Now, I'll talk about the finish, the design, and how it feels and durability. They are really comfortable headphones. The deep, large enough ear cups there can fit right around your ear without squashing them, so you can play long gaming sessions without finding them that they're hurting or squashing your ears. Even my really expensive headphones that I have, they squash my ears sometimes. They were really bad when I first got them, but after a long session they can be a little bit uncomfortable, and they do have that fake leather sort of ear cup there, but the memory foam one here is covered with a nice sort of furry finish there that will be a lot more comfortable for long sessions, and I've been pretty comfortable with these. Now, there's a little bit of movement in the ear cups there and on both sides, but they don't twist. Okay, good thing and bad thing. When they do twist, they can be awkward to handle, but they're generally flexible enough that they're going to go all right on your head regardless of whatever shape noggin you got. They are nice and durable as well. I've been doing this for a while now, mucking them around with them, bending them, doing crazy things with them. They feel nice and solid. The hinges where the adjustment is, they don't feel flimsy at all. They don't make silly sounds. They're nice and firm without being too loose or too hard to adjust. And the good thing is when you do adjust them, they're gonna stay pretty much where they are, so you won't have to adjust them every time that you want to use them. They won't move around on you too much. So I'm pretty happy with the overall finish. Nice matte finish on the outside there with the A10 logo printed in green on that side, and on this side, if you put the headphone down, or sorry, the microphone down, it's got the Astro's logo embossed into the matte finish. And on the top, upside down of course, on top there we've got Astro's logo there, which is on there in print. And yeah, overall it looks good and it feels good. It's a good weight to it. They're just not flimsy. They feel nice and solid. Good construction there, which is something that I would expect from a brand like Astro. Now, something that I didn't mention before when I was talking about the microphone and the quality. Now, there's no actual buttons anywhere on the unit. It literally is on when you plug it in and it's off when you unplug it or if you're not using it. But in lieu of a button for mute is just turning it up like this. I mentioned it in the unboxing, and it's something that I haven't had before in a headphone because I've been using a boomless microphone which needs a button, but this one is nice and convenient. It's easy to find how to mute your microphone if you need to, and if you're playing for long sessions, it's necessary to do. If the phone rings or something like that, you need to mute the microphone, and all you need to do is fold it up and away, and that there renders the microphone muted. So that's nice and easy, and generally you won't forget that you're muted and start talking to your mates because you'll know that the boom's not down because it's nice and visible when you have it. However, if you don't want it visible, put it down a little bit further. There's because of the omnidirectional microphone that's inside it, you can keep it out of your eyesight and it's still going to pick up your voice without any dramas. Right, now the last part that I'm going to talk about, as you can see, there's no cables attached to this right now. It is not wireless. It is definitely 100% wired. You can remove the cable from the headphones. They just plug in, and you can remove them for storage if you're going to put them in a box or something, or if you're putting them in a bag to take them away with you. So you don't damage that connection, you can completely remove it and put it away that way. So that's a neat little thing there that it should be on a lot more devices these days. G'day everyone, this is a test using the Astro A10s connected to my Apple iPhone 6. This is a microphone test of the Astro A10s on the PlayStation 4. Now there's one last thing that I haven't tried, and I haven't listened to any music. I have played games with it, but I wanted to try out some music when attached to my mobile phone. So let me just move this box out of the way. Pop these on, and let's cue up some music.
Press start.
That's pretty damn good. That's loud. Now what I'm listening to here is Press Start by MDK. It's got some awesome chip tunes in there and some mad bass, which is really good for testing out headphones, what I always use when I'm trying out these things. Now, of course, you're going to have to take my word for it here that this sounds really good, because obviously I can't, it depends on what you're listening through, but I love it. I love it. I think it's great. All right, that's enough of that for now. So there you go. It sounds great when listening to music. They sound great when you're listening to video games and playing video games. The microphone makes me sound great when I'm live streaming. They're comfortable. They're affordable. They work. What else can I say? The ASTRO A10s. They're $99.95, which is a great price point. I don't like saying that they're cheap, but they are in price alone. These things are being constructed using great Astro parts. They just have removed all of the amazing little features that make those big expensive $400 headsets worth the amount that they are worth. So for example, like I said before, by breaking up the chat with the music, with the game sound, you can't do that. You'll have to do that with the console or the device that you're using. Things like that. There are no extra little sound modes. There's nothing like that. It's literally a pair of headphones. You put them on, you adjust the volume, and you speak into the microphone. That's it. That's why these things are $99.95, $100, and that's why they're not $400. It's not because they're cheap garbage. It's not because they're a budget set of headphones that you get from some small place in some part of the world on eBay or anything like that. The ASTRO A10s, I'm not being paid to tell you this. I'm not earning a cent here. I'm giving you my honest opinion on the ASTRO A10s. I like them. I love them. These will be my new headphones. You'll see me streaming video games soon on Twitch at Aussie Gamers TV. I'll be using these. Absolutely. ASTRO A10s. You make up your own mind. If you ask me, go and get them. Thanks for watching. I'm Lucas from Aussie Gamers Express. Give this video a thumbs up and a like. Subscribe, all of that sort of stuff, and I will be your best friend. Until next time, I will see ya